Welcome to the Work Hard People's Podcast. Hope everybody out there's having a great day. We have the lovely Miss Emma on the show with us. How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are you?
Good? Busy? Going crazy?
Very busy. Very busy.
It's good. Hey, what do they say? Idle hands are the devil's playground. So if you're busy, you know, everything work out
Yeah,
good. But
that's yeah. I can't really get into trouble.
that's good. You can't, there's no time to get in trouble. That's perfect. Perfect. Well,
Yeah.
today we have Em on because she's taken on a brand new journey in her life, and we wanted to go over that. Emma has decided to step on stage, which is really cool, and she's going to step on stage in the wellness category. We had a lot of discussion about that, right? Because Emma was like, "I think I want to do bikini," and I'm like, "No, your genetics are not set up for bikini." And just so that everybody knows, wellness, so there's many divisions in women's bodybuilding, just like there are in the men's divisions. And bikini is that look that they say, any woman can achieve it. Very slender, very toned, everything's, great shape. Not putting anything beside them. But wellness is a category. Actually, the hypertrophy coach goes, wellness is the category that everybody wants their wife to be like. So slender on top, booty on the bottom, right? So to compete in wellness, you need to be genetically gifted to begin with. You have to have the right proportions because wellness is a division that is definitely disproportionate top to bottom. The bottom is much bigger than the top. Wellness division, they have legs, they train legs, they do all those things where bikini is a little bit different. So, how do you feel going into this, and why did you? What's the drive to get on stage?
I'm extremely excited. Like I love being I'm one to like I like being set apart from the masses. Like I want to be the 1% in everything. I want to be the 1%, in work, 1% in the gym. I want to be that 1% that can go above and beyond as far as someone tells me I can't do something, well, I'm going to turn around and, give them the middle finger and say, okay, watch this. So that's kind of where my mindset's at right now. I'm really, really, really excited. This week has been so busy between I got a new agent to train, working on quality. We have, quality report coming up on Christmas, which is going to decide if we're going to convention or not, which is in Nashville. So a lot of my plate, but still getting in the gym, still eating my stupid meal prep, and um, I'm drinking my protein, which surprisingly, the protein shakes are like I look forward to those because that's like my little hit of dopamine.
You're a little
Uh,
farm fed, right? Farm fed.
yeah,
Shout
got
out.
the
There you go.
and bark and maple syrup and pancakes.
There you
So
go.
yeah, no, it's awesome. And then as far as like getting into it, I mean, since I started my weight loss journey back in 2021, um, when I first started, I didn't care to work out. I just wanted to lose fat. So that was my whole thing was like just stop eating, do intermittent fasting, fast for 16 hours. And I dropped like 60 pounds in 4 months. And after that, I found the HWMF challenge through Axe and Sledge. And of course, that means I had to start working out because I lost everything, right? So I got into the gym, started working out, was not consistent with it. It was very off and on. I can be a very off and on person with a lot of things. I get like the motivation to start everything, and then something happens, I have to like derail. So, for a
No,
good,
wait, that's so funny. I saw, I think it was a TikTok video the other day. My daughter sent it to me, and it was a comedian, and he was talking about that. He's like, "Yeah, my wife suffers from ADHD, which means she has the motivation to start everything but finish nothing."
that is literally me, and it's so aggravating. But that's one of the things I've been trying to work on to get better at, and it's like it because it affects every aspect of my life, like whether
Yeah.
it's cleaning, laundry, the car, like cleaning my car, doing work, like it does not matter. I get so like extreme into it and then it like falls off and then I'm in extreme into something else. So it's definitely a challenge, but it's a good one that I like to take on. And I started getting in the gym, I started working out, and I really liked what I saw. And a lot of my followers on social media were really quick to tell me like, hey, when are you taking the stage? When are you taking the stage? Well, I didn't ever believe them because body dysmorphia. I thought they were just trying to be nice. I thought they just, were like, okay, yeah, she knows how to pose or whatever. And I contemplated it before, but I didn't know with all the life changes that I've had recently if I was like really like, do I really want to go into prep? Do I really want to take that on? And it's
It's
kind
a
of one of those things
challenge.
like, yeah, it's kind of one of those things like I'll do it tomorrow, like that mentality, like I'll do it tomorrow. And I finally went to the show with Brock and Naden, and I mean, seeing it how it's set up and how it is, I said, there's no fucking reason for me not to. I said, there's no reason for me not to. Like, I'm so mad that it took me this long to finally realize, like, hey, I can do this too. Like, Brock and Aiden went from not ever hardly working out to stage ready, like in 36 weeks. And I mean, I've been working out for like 2 years now. So
Yeah, you
it's
called me from the show. You said, get my training ready and get my meal prep ready because
like,
it
go
is
ahead and start
on.
looking
And
at
I'm like, are
shows.
you serious? And she goes, yeah, I'm serious. I was like,
Yeah.
it's on then. Let's do this.
Yes, I was just seeing it was just so exciting and then we moved up the legs to 3 days a week, which I love that too. I'm super flat this morning, but I think that has a lot to do with I drank like no water yesterday.
Well, we're bringing you down a little bit too, right? Just
Okay.
so we're doing a little mini cut to the first of the year, just to pull off a little bit of that excess, just a little bit of the excess fat, and then we'll spend a few months just really building, and then we'll probably start prep. Well, it'll really depend on how you look, but it should be anywhere from 8 to 16 weeks out,
Yeah.
depending on how your body's looking, is kind of when we'll really start prep and bringing you down to get you show ready. And I've done a ton of research on uh, wellness training in the past. Just talking to you, even a year ago, because you had mentioned some things and I did a bunch of research, and what a lot of people don't realize, the pros in this division, some of them pros, I mean, they'll train legs almost every day, one part of their legs or the other, right? It may be like a couple of glute days, a couple of ham days, a quad day thrown in here. Um, but with you, we designed it. We have you training legs 3 days a week, kind of different compartments of the legs. But I didn't want to go more because just so everybody knows, Emma's natural. She's not using any performance enhancing drugs or anything like that. And anything more than what we're doing right now, the recovery would be next to impossible. I'm sure there's times that you're dragging now just because there is a lot trying to keep your lower half as we're dieting down a little bit in shape, holding on to that muscle mass before we move in. Because your genetics are such that you have the potential where we can easily widen your shoulders. We can get you wide. You have a nice tight waist, uh, uh, got junk in the trunk, great legs, great quad sweep. So you have the perfect genetics for wellness. So I'm really excited to see you go through this and get on stage because I think you're going to look fantastic and I think you can win.
I mean, I'm really excited too. I mean, I love like just thinking like what keeps me going is like when I'm in the gym and I'm like I'm fucking tired. Like I do not like I don't want to do these last two sets. Like I don't want to do these last two exercises. Like especially like back day or like push day and pull day are not as near as bad. Just because I can sit and see the pump and I'm flexing in the mirror and I'm like, but the legs, I get so gassed. I'm so tired. I'm like I really have to like push through it mentally. And I'm like, well, I could just, cut it short. But then I'm like, you know what? I want to be able to go on stage. I want to have my support system there, the people that I care about there watching me and know that I gave it my all. So regardless of what happens, regardless of if I place or if I don't place or if I take first or if I take last, it does not matter. Like I just want to be able to walk up there and be like, I gave every ounce of everything I could to take this stage. And I'm proud of that, and I want my people to be proud of that. Now, if I took first and had all my people that like Austin and everyone at work and my family and you guys, and being able to take that would be so freaking amazing. But at the same time, like right now it's just baby steps. But that's what keeps me going. Like thinking about it, like thinking about taking the stage, where I could be, and the challenges that I like. The challenges are faced every single day. Like I have to wake up at like 5:30 every single morning. I go get Grant, take him to school, go straight to the gym, go to do my workout. Usually takes me like an hour to an hour and a half to do everything, and then go home, shower, get my meals, have my protein, go to the office, eat my first meal, then go out to the field. And then usually I'm eating a lukewarm second meal in the middle of the field day. But then I'm working till like, 10 o'clock at night, and I'm not getting in bed until 11:30. And then I wake up and do it all over again every single morning.
When I was traveling a lot, I don't even eat. So I'll meal prep. I don't eat like chicken. I don't eat it warm anymore, except day one. The first meal is the only hot chicken I get. The rest
Yep.
is just cold. I just house that stuff. But I do try to have a hot meal at least once a day. But during the day, it's usually I just have some cold chicken and
Yes.
call it good. But yeah, it's definitely an undertaking. It's probably will be one of the hardest things you've ever done in your life, especially leading into the show. People, you have no understanding of the depletion that goes on coming into a show. And when you're that depleted, it messes with your mental function, it messes with your hormones, and with women, ironically enough, we have to calculate even your menstrual cycle. We got to keep an eye on that just so that we know how things are going as we come into the show to know how much water to give you depending on when your cycle is going to fall. If your cycle falls right in the middle of the show, that's going to make you want to hold water. And so, there's a lot going on here, a lot of moving parts, but I think there's no reason why you cannot get on stage absolutely shredded.
Yeah,
No.
that's it. That's what I'm really hoping. I mean, as far as like there's like yeah, there's a lot of outside inflict contributing factors. I'm trying to think of a different word. Um, as far as like getting ready and actually putting in the work and then actually taking the stage, like I'm not even what we're 6 months out right now, so
Yeah.
it's still got some time, and I'm already like shit, dude. Like this is like people are like, hey, do you want to go hang out? Do you want to go do something? I'm like, I don't have time. Like, what do you mean you don't have time? I'm like, let me tell you my schedule because I don't have time. I
Yeah,
literally
or
do.
I'll get a random text. Did I have alcohol tonight?
Yeah, I'm like, can I have a drink? And yeah, now I don't drink at all anymore because it
Well,
hurts. So
it's terrible. Alcohol is not good for you to begin with. And it really when you're doing this, when you're prepping, it just is. I mean, if you're having a drink now and again, that's fine, but your body will function better without it, right? Because alcohol is almost like a poison to the body. So when it goes in, your body quits doing everything else and does everything that it
yeah,
can to process that out of the system. So it will limit gains, it will limit recovery. It puts you in a dehydrated state, which you don't want. So yeah,
yeah,
best to abstain for that during your
yeah.
prep.
Doing going on to this like all summer and into probably September, October. Like I was like alcoholism runs in our family. Like it does. Like that's regardless of what if my family wants to talk about it or not. Like I've known about it, I've heard about it. And so, but I always considered myself like, oh, I have the self control. Well, no, that's not true because all summer and it's September, October. I mean, I was drinking multiple times a week, and it wasn't just one or two drinks. Like I was drinking
Yeah.
function, it seemed like. And so it was getting pretty ridiculous. And come like mid October, really like beginning of October, I guess, really is when I kind of started shifting and, seeing that Rockadata were getting ready to take the stage. And so, in a sense, like going into this prep really kind of shifted a lot of narratives for me too. Um, it, it essentially just stopped me drinking cold turkey. Like I've drank one time since quitting drinking, and it was for my one of my homegirls' birthday weekend, and I didn't have
Yeah.
very many drinks, but I was plastered. So
Your
um,
body not used to it.
yeah, I think I had throughout like from like 7 p.m. to 2 p.m. I probably had like 4 or 5 shots and then one or two drinks. But that's not a whole lot over that time span. And it was spread out. So I was hammered. And but yeah, after that, I was like, yeah, we're not doing that again. That was not even fun to wake up the next morning. I really don't even remember the night, so it doesn't help. But yeah, as far as like going into prep and stuff, it's definitely like changed my life for the better, even though it adds more stress to me. Um, as far as like physically and mentally, but at the same time, it gives me a lot of sanity because it's the same routine over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's
Which
like
I work
Groundhog
well
Day.
with that. Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
work well with that. I work well with a
Hmm.
really structured routine, and
I do too. It's why I use a calendar. I don't like things in the wind. I calendar my day if I'm writing, if I'm making my call blocks are all
mm-hmm.
calendared out. My coaching time is calendared out. I have in my calendar, if I showed you, every morning there's, right now while we're doing what we're doing, I'm, kind of checking in with you every morning, just looking at pictures, seeing where you're at, what's going on. Um, and so, and that's, it takes some of the decision making process out, right? Because
Yeah,
everything's structured. Okay, I got to do this at this time. I do this at this time. I do this at this time,
yeah.
and it's less room for error, right?
And it's definitely like that's like what I told you. Like if I'm gonna be so mad if you are not at the show.
No,
I
I'm
want
being,
to do at least two shows this year, and if you're not at both of them, I'm gonna be pissed because that
yeah,
means I have to go in thinking, and I don't want to have to think. I want to have to show up, and you tell me exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it, what to eat, when to eat it, and just do everything for me, and I can just do exactly what I'm supposed to do. I can't, and I think that's a lot of the reason too why I pushed off a lot of like going with a structured workout plan and going with a structured meal plan for so long because I needed someone to do it for me, but then at the same time I needed it within myself. So it's like now I don't have to do any thinking. Like I have my scale. That's the only thinking I have to do. Like I'm like, okay, rice, like I'm a
yeah.
chicken.
How much
Like
rice? How much chicken? Yeah,
like
that's
yeah,
good.
exactly. So it's like it
That's
takes
good.
it takes a lot of mental strain off of me, and I don't have to do anything. And the only time I really have to think is if I'm practicing posing. But at the same time, it's starting to feel so much more natural, being able to get the movements down and whatnot. Now, granted, I don't like how I look right now because it's not, the poses are to exhibit like a stage ready body.
Yeah.
And it's not what I want to see
No,
right
no, but I'm seeing the difference. Like I'm starting to already your weight has not come down as quick as I expected it. So, and I'm still learning your body just a little bit with the
now.
food.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean it's going the right direction, but what I'm really noticing is that you're starting to separate in certain areas. You'll send me pictures, I circle the areas where I'm starting to see things,
Yeah.
I'm starting to see your hamstrings separate, between the hamstring and the abductor, and your some separation between the hamstrings and the glutes, and separation between your bicep and tricep on the inside of your arm. We talked last week about really getting focused in on the rear delts to bring those up a lit, just so we can get that symmetrical look into your shoulders. You're just a little bit behind there. And so we altered the program, right? And that's how it will go. As we go through, we'll be making alterations to the program based off of what the pictures are telling us, right? So we'll be seeing a look and going, okay, we're a little bit behind here. And so we'll implement a little bit more volume in that area to grow that specific area. And because the goal here is symmetry, right? We want to be symmetrical. Even in wellness, they're still looking for that X frame. They still want you to be wider on top, narrow waist, have the quad sweep come out so you have that nice X frame. And and they want things symmetrical. And so we'll be working on all those things as we go. And that's the good thing. You're in shape. You have lots of time to nail this down. So, and that's why I think you have the potential to do really, really well at your first show.
I think so too. I mean, I'm really, really, really looking forward to it. Like I can't even like, it's all I freaking talk about, like at work. Like, and they're probably getting sick of it. Like, I'll walk around and I like just casually will just like start flexing a certain part of my body. I'll be like trying to do like a little lat spread, like just mind muscle connection.
Yeah,
Like, I'll do my
practice it.
yeah, and everyone's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I'm like, oh, sorry.
No,
And
you
then
got to, man. It's so important. I don't think people realize how hard. I mean, if you tell the average Joe to flex their lats, they can't do it.
no one, I'm telling
They
you,
can't.
how
They
many
just
times
can't do
I
it.
will sit in the office and I will flex my lats and I'll do, front lat spread. I'll pull it forward because there's like a picture in Austin's office that's like a jersey. but it's glassed. So I can kind of see my reflection. So I will sit there and pose, and they'll walk in and they'll be like, how do you do that? So I'm like, okay, come here. And I grab their shoulder blades and I'm like, all right, push it forward. Okay, there you go. And there's like been three different people now where I'm like, okay, this is how you're supposed to do it. So
I actually love that. That's one of the funniest things to me is when someone's trying over and over again and they finally get it. They feel the lats engage and they're like, oh yeah, I feel it now.
yeah, yeah. It's pretty funny to watch. And I mean it's just been really cool. I mean, I've been getting last week not so much because I was very quick to just get in and out of the gym. I didn't have a lot of time to like spend um like having someone with me. But like me, Austin, and Jacob, like we've kind of all been going together. Like they've been wanting to go, and I tell them like, y'all do what y'all want to do. Like I'm here to do mine. They're like, well, what are you doing next? I'm like, I'm doing this right here.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay. And so they're like working in with me, and they're like asking me like, hey, what am I supposed to do now? Like, what should I do next? And so I don't know. It's cool because I don't tell them to come like do my lifts with me, but at the same time, like they're watching me do everything like controlled and structured, and it's just I don't know. It's an ego
Yeah,
boost.
really, you really got to feel when you're lifting, especially training the way you're training to get somewhere. You really need to get where you're feeling the muscle you're training. And if you're not, there's tips and tricks that a coach can go over with anybody to help you get that engaged. One of the things that I like to do to help if I'm really struggling feeling something, I will usually put that muscle under, I'll lighten the weight and really dramatically increase the reps. And
Mhm.
what it does is it just floods blood to the area so you can feel it. You
Yep.
really, okay, that's now I know the angle because everybody, people do not see an exercise on the internet and do it exactly that way. You can try it exactly that way, but you need to manipulate the movement because we are all genetically different. Our
Mm-hmm.
muscle attachments are different. Our angles are different. You need to find the best angle for you to target a muscle group. You have to
Yep.
do it. If you don't, you're leaving a lot on the table. And that's a key. Just with you, you really need to focus on that, really getting into the muscle number one. And number two, keeping me up to date on if you're truly feeling fatigued. Because if you're feeling fatigued, we might need to back off a little volume. Because honestly, if you get too fatigued, you're not going to recover as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And recovery is key here. If we're not recovering, it makes it
Yeah.
very hard to build the
I think
next
for me
lifts.
right now, like the only thing that's genuinely fatigued is my mind. Like my
Yeah,
mind gets exhausted. It's not necessarily like the actual muscles, like to the point where I'm like, because I can go and it's almost till failure. Like it's almost like this is the absolute last rep that I can get up. But my mind is it's just a mental struggle, but it's because I'm
hmm
so mentally exhausted. And a lot of people like know what true mental exhaustion is, but at the same time a lot of people don't, and how much it can actually affect your physical like performance on anything. Like if your mind is
100%.
tapped out, like, it is very difficult. Traps aren't even. If your mind is tapped out, it's very difficult to achieve a lot of physical things past like as if you were fully rested and your mind was clear and you weren't stressed about something. It's pretty crazy how it's all linked
Well,
together.
it makes it very hard on the nervous system, even connecting with the muscle and
Yes.
and some days there's going to be days like that. Some days we are in the gym just going through the motions,
Mm-hmm.
just pounding it out. It's better when we're not. I mean, when you're mentally there and you're really getting after it and you are truly fatiguing a muscle, getting the muscle to fatigue and not just getting overall fatigued, right? You want to train to failure, muscle failure, not muscle fatigue. And
Mm-hmm.
there is a difference. And
Yes.
I'm a big study of Hani Rambod, and he talks about it with his all of his athletes. He says that all the time. I want you training to failure, not fatigue. And he says if you grab a weight and you automatically know, like, man, I could rep this out 20 times, just put it down. Don't rep it out to failure. Put it down and grab a heavier weight.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are doing all these super high volume sets, you're gonna fatigue the muscle before you have a chance to train it to failure.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
So
that makes sense. And I've definitely realized that too, because previous to going into all of this, Like I would do very, very, very high rep, like especially bicep movements, very high rep. And I definitely noticed like a plateau as far as like the development on my biceps and even on my dude, just shit. The last the last two where I did triceps, the last two times I did triceps, I've never seen them so like actually swollen.
Yeah,
And it's because of
they
the
did
new.
look good. The pictures look
I
good
was
on
like,
your last
okay, like
arm
I
day.
knew
Yeah,
before, like I had them and like I could see them, but it had to be like in the right lighting, and then like the it was has it been it might have been two times. It might have only been one time. I think it's only been one time. I can't remember. But it just sucks when I don't take pictures. But everyone's been in the gym and I don't like taking a whole bunch of pictures in front of people. But
not you,
well, when there's a whole bunch of people, like there's
the
people in
queen of the selfie mirror
I
right
know, but
here.
there's people in like the posing room doing like a
Yeah,
class, and so I'm not going to go in there. And
yeah,
then if there's a whole bunch of people in the deadlift room, like I'm not going to take a platform just to be able to be in front of the mirror. And then if there's girls changing in the locker room, I
yeah,
can't take pictures. So I'm like, there's nowhere for me to take a picture, and I have to go like right now. So
yeah.
I'll get one tomorrow, and it's been like that all week long. So
You're definitely changing. Your body is changing. And,
yeah,
we
definitely.
talked a lot about, I need you to start lifting heavier weights. You need to work on that strength aspect because a stronger muscle is going to be a bigger muscle. And not that we're trying to make you look like an open bodybuilder by any means. That's not it at all. But we do want to start you need to grow the muscle a little bit to really start to get the separation, which is what you need on stage, right? On stage when they're judging you, they're looking for the individual muscle groups and how well they're separated, not just how dry and dieted you are, but how well the muscle separated, the roundness of the muscle, all of those things.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. So, but I'm excited. I think it's going to be really good, and just got to keep going through the motions.
keep killing it. Hey, it'll be better after the first of the year when you have a little more food in you. That'll
Yeah,
help even more.
you say
So,
that, but then I have a bachelorette party, a wedding, um, something
well,
else.
just, pack your meals.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Hashtag bodybuilding life.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. So
Yeah.
you're gonna be very, very judged, which is not ever fun coming from people that I care about, but it is what it is.
No, you'll be good. You're gonna do a great job. Like I said, I'm very excited. I think that this process for you, I think it'll be good for you mentally. Just
Mhm.
I did it. I mean, that is something that not very few people have the moxie to go through a program and get on stage. I can tell you right now, I don't have it. I have no desire to get on stage. I loved it. I love coaching people to get them ready to do that, but I have no desire to get on stage, right?
Mhm.
Um, Not that, yeah, I mean, I eat like a bodybuilder. I just like to be strong.
Mhm.
So, and sometimes when you're dieting down, you start losing that strength, and I hate it, man. I
Yeah.
absolutely hate it. My strength starts waning, like I'll be like, yeah, I need to cut, and I'll start cutting, and I start feeling a little weaker, and I'm like, oh no, I need to eat. So,
I'm the complete opposite. I'm like, oh,
yeah,
I'll take those 2.5 little cookies and press them out.
yeah,
Good.
yeah. No, I do. I like to move weight, but it just makes me feel good.
Yeah.
It just sets my day when I'm able to do it. But like you, I'm peeling some weight. I'm in the process of peeling some weight, and I don't like
Yeah.
it. I feel a little bit flat right now. Even the shirt's starting to get a little loose,
Yeah. All my pants.
down about 10 pounds, and yeah, I'm like, come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get a new wardrobe. So
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't know. We could build you into your current wardrobe. Just pull the fat, keep the muscle. You'll be good.
yeah, but it's like my waist is getting smaller, so like my
Hmm.
pants don't fit as they're getting looser. Like the bottom
Yeah.
half is fine, like it's not going anywhere, but the waist, overall waist like circumference is getting smaller, so stuff's starting to fall off my hips.
Yeah. No, you definitely have been tightening up the last, because we've been at this since what, the week after November, second week of November
Mhm.
is when we kind of started this. And Like I said, there hasn't been, I mean, I don't know, what, 6 pounds? You were 160.
I was like 162.
Yeah, and we're at 155, so we've lost 7 pounds. Not a lot of weight, but your body shape has changed dramatically.
Yeah, well, we're
You're
also like
adapting quick.
kind of resetting my metabolism too as well
Hmm.
because my eating habits are the eating like the way I eat is like the time frame is how I eat is still very similar, which it's just what works. Like it's when I can actually eat because if I don't
Hmm.
do it like that, I'm not eating.
Yeah.
And there's some days, before this where I wouldn't eat at all. So it's definitely a learning curve as far as like understanding that I still have to eat and I can't just not eat just because I'm busy. So I'll sit in Austin's office like gagging because I'm not hungry, but I need to eat that stupid chicken and rice or turkey and rice, and I'm pissed off because
Yeah,
it's not good.
I found this might help you with that. If you increase your number of meals, almost turn them into snacks.
Yeah, and
Like
that's what I
full meals and
was
eat more
gonna try
times throughout the
too.
day.
Yeah, but I just don't have time.
No, I
Like,
mean, even if it's just like, okay, I'm gonna run in here, I'm gonna throw a handful of chicken in and I'm gonna wash it down and maybe, eat a couple rice
yeah,
cakes for carbs just to get,
yeah,
that little mixture. It's more like a snack than actually sitting down and eating one of your 4 meals for the day. You turn it
yeah,
into 6 meals, you just cut them up. Same amount of food, it's just stretched out, and then you're not force feeding yourself as much.
yeah.
Because you do, especially when you're cutting, man. I don't know what it is. You'll reach that point where the body just, it's like sometimes it's just hard to eat.
Hmm.
And we want to get you, as we go through this, your metabolism is going to change to the point where you will be looking forward to every meal. You'll be
Yeah,
like, okay, I'm hungry. I'm ready to eat. And, you'll always be just a little bit hungry. You'll feel satisfied, but you're always going to have just a little bit of that hunger feeling.
yeah,
And that's kind of where you want to be. And then, as you drop off the planet, that's when, we'll just have a refeed day and feed you up and get you going. But for the most part, that's kind of how the thing I love about refeed days when I'm cutting, man, I can plateau and literally I will eat 3,500 calories in a day and wake up the next day 2 pounds lighter.
hmm,
And 3,500 calories for me at my age is a lot. My metabolism is not where it needs to be. But like I said, I'm a little older. I'm 52. I have to be a little bit more careful with my food choices and the things that I do. But when I'm doing that, when I'm eating consistently, and then I reach that point where I'm just kind of flat, 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 flat for a couple days, and I feed myself up the next day, always 2 pounds. It's like gone because it
yep,
just kicks everything into overdrive, right? It's like throwing those logs on the fire.
makes sense.
So, but good deal. So, what do you got planned for the rest of the day?
Clean and meal prep again.
It's your off day, right? So no gym today.
No, no, nothing. Literally just sit, finish laundry. I have the
Recover.
chicken thawing right now, so start cooking in a little bit, make the kitchen messy again.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, I'm about ready to do. Well, I gotta go to the store and get some chicken. I usually meal prep twice a week. So,
Hmm.
like Mondays or Sundays and Wednesdays. So
Yeah, I
easy
usually
season.
just do it all on Sunday because it's just
Yeah.
easy. I don't have a lot of time during the
Well,
week.
when I was traveling a lot, I used to do it all on Sunday, but I'm telling you what, I got tired of eating chicken on Friday that I made on Sunday. I'm telling you right now. So now
Yeah.
that I'm home every day and I can prep twice a week, I much prefer that.
Yeah,
Telling you
I've
right
just
now.
big containers of chicken, two different types of chicken, and then ground turkey. So I just measure it out for 2 days, and then uh, 2 days, and then 2 day, two, two, two. Yeah, six. Yeah, and
Hey,
then
real
yeah.
fast, while we're on here, we might as well do a little coaching. How are you with fish?
I really don't like it. I don't like it reheated or reheated, re-ate,
But
re.
can you eat it like pollock or cod,
Yeah, like
flounder?
fresh, but I won't. I can't get over like if it's been reheated.
But you could make a meal and just eat it. So, like, if it was something we substituted on the weekends when you were home and you could cook a meal, okay. Because closer to the show, fish is like one of the best things that you can do because it
Mhm.
just there's like zero fat in it. It really just helps uh get you that last little bit leaned out and ready to go. So
Yeah, I'll
okay, good.
definitely, that's fine. But yeah, as far as like any type of prep, hell no. I can't do
Yeah,
it.
when I'm on fish days, I cook. I don't mind cooking a big batch of fish for like a day, like eating it.
Mhm.
I can reheat it
Yeah.
that day. But the next day, I'm the same way. I ain't pulling it out of the fridge. So when I'm doing fish, I cook every day. You
Yeah.
know, I will cook what I'm gonna make for the day. I will cook it all in the morning. Which, Kim loves that action. House smells like smells like fish. But yeah, no, I will cook it for the entire day and have it ready to go.
Nice.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Good deal. Good deal. Well, I'm excited. I know you're going to do great. It's going to be a fun ride. I can't wait to see what you bring to the stage because, like I said, I really think it's going to be awesome.
I'm really
So,
excited.
yeah. Any last words, and we'll let you get to your meal prep today.
I don't think so, other than keep whatever anyone's going through right now or whatever they're, aspiring to do, don't push it off. The best time to start is right now. It's not tomorrow, it's not the next day, it's not next week, it's right now. Doesn't matter if you're trying to lose weight. Don't let it be a New Year's resolution. You need to start now. Get a month ahead of all the New Year's resolutioners. Because that's what's going to set you apart, and that's what's going to set you up for success. If it's work, if you're going to, try to do as best you can, you're going to wait till the new year, don't do it. Set yourself up now. You want to be able to look at yourself in the mirror in a year from now and be like, hey, look, this is when it changed for me, and this is a pivotal moment in my life. So just don't be afraid to start today instead of waiting till whenever you think you need to start.
I just posted something about that because there really is no tomorrow, right?
No,
You just gotta start, man. Oh, but it's the holidays. Who cares?
no one
So
cares.
eat great, and then on the holiday, have yourself a nice meal, and then go back to eating great,
Exactly.
right? I mean, just start the process.
Mhm. And you can work
So
around those things. That's what people, I could have very easily said that's stupid to try to go get started for a competition when I have Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, a wedding, a bachelorette party, a work Christmas party, like all these freaking parties because the
yeah,
holidays, it's all year round. It doesn't matter. If I had decided to
hmm
wait till the summer, like it's the summertime. Everyone wants to be drinking at the beach. You know what I mean? So it doesn't
yeah.
matter. It's always going
There's
to be,
always something.
yeah, you just have to start now. That's
Yeah.
that's I'll be all with it. So, but yeah,
Let me ask you this: can you believe Did you think we'd make it a year on the podcast?
yeah, it flew by pretty quick.
It's been almost a full year, man. It's
Yeah,
been good. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. I mean, it was a year ago that we sat down and really kicked off Work Hard Peoples, where we
yeah,
started talking about it, putting everything in place. It's
yeah.
been a year. It's crazy.
It's flown by really quick.
Crazy how it flies by. Well, everybody, we thank you so much, and we'll post all of Emma's social media stuff. Matter of fact, I'll probably throw a text up for social media at the beginning of the show. You guys will see it popped up there, and I'll list it in the description as well, so that you can follow her journey, follow her pictures. We'll be posting her stuff on our Instagram as well, which is Work Hard People at Work Hard People's LLC, and our Facebook page, which is also the same, Work Hard People's LLC. So we'll follow her journey so you can watch her amazing transformation. I know it'll be. And we're going to get her up there and she's going to kill it. So with that, everybody, you get out there and you work hard, peoples. And remember, don't forget to smile. Thanks so much for watching or listening. Remember, don't forget to like and subscribe. You can find us on Facebook at Work Hard People's LLC or Instagram at Work Hard People's LLC. You can also find us on our website at workhardpeoples.com. Have a great day or night. Don't forget to smile.